Hello everyone, I'm the Enforcer, and welcome to the breaking news. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and support us on Patreon, link in the description below. Moving on to our first major news of the day, today Ukrainian and European sources have been able to leak out a picture showing a Ukrainian F-16 with Ukrainian marked liveries. This is the first ever such instance where we've seen an F-16 marked up in Ukrainian Air Force colors, and we can also see apparently a pilot in training who has his face blocked out in the picture standing in front of this F-16. F-16s in really any variant that are going to be provided to Ukraine, either the F-16A or the F-16C, are going to be a massive game changer for the Ukrainian Air Force and what it is able to do from the skies over Ukraine. The F-16 is able to conduct far more missions than their Soviet counterparts, such as the Su-27 and MiG-29, with the F-16C specifically being made to conduct a large variety of air-to-ground missions and also anti-radiation missions, which is where the F-16 is mounted with anti-radiation missiles like the AGM-88 HARM, and they go out and try and target Russian radar installations, either knocking them completely offline or shutting them down temporarily during this attack. Regardless, however, this is truly a massive move forward for the Ukrainians, and this is finally showing some real progress, indicating that the Ukrainians will be getting these F-16s soon. From what we had heard up until this point, Ukrainian pilots were having some difficulties passing the training programs that were being brought forward by the Western nations that were providing these F-16s. However, that information is slightly outdated at this point, as the last time we heard about that was around a month and a half ago. This may be suggesting that these F-16s are clearly slated to be sent to Ukraine very soon, and they already have their Ukrainian Air Force roundels and also other insignia, like on the vertical stabilizer, painted on, so that way they can be sent to Ukraine soon and be put immediately into frontline service. This is a huge benefit for Ukraine and something that has been long coming since. We've also heard that that the nation of Norway, speaking of defending the skies over Ukraine, may provide an additional 10 NASAMs air defense systems to the state of Ukraine. This is a huge plus in the air defense numbers that Ukraine will be able to field at any given time. At the moment, the Ukrainians have exactly 18 NASAMs air defense systems provided by the United States, the United Kingdom, and I believe one or two other nations that may have provided a singular NASAMs here and there. Beyond that, however, Norway is planning to provide 10 of these, meaning that they would provide 50% nearly of all of the NASAMs that have already been provided. Norway will provide them as a single country in one giant lump. A huge benefit for the Ukrainian nation because these NASAMs fire off AIM-120 AMRAAMs and are wildly effective at ranges less than 60 miles away from the launch system. This means that with 10 additional NASAMs, the Ukrainians will probably be able to work alongside their brand new F-16s in ensuring that the airspace of Ukraine is far safer than it was before these support packages were given. On top of that, Finland is also moving in as well and starting to provide an additional support package, one of the multiple that they have provided. 22 defense aid packages have been provided by Finland so far. And they'll be sending over a decent amount of equipment, apparently 190 million euros worth of military equipment to Ukraine. Unfortunately, we don't know what's exactly in that aid package. At this moment, that information isn't forthcoming. But in these pictures, we can see a couple of things that Finland has provided in the past, like these Zaluzhny armored personnel carriers, very similar to a VAB, but with a longer and larger wheelbase. We can also see this Leopard 2 a recovery vehicle right here, which is also a very nice addition from the Finns, and has helped to clear minefields in the past. We can also see some 122 millimeter. It appears to be a Nista B, actually, which would be around a 152 millimeter artillery piece, and then finally some heavy mortar systems that have also been provided by the Finns. Regardless, the support that Finland is going to be providing is hopefully going to help Ukraine to continue to fight this war. And while it's not one of the biggest support packages, of course the biggest ones being in the billions and Finland's only being 190 million euros, it will hopefully have some impact on the war at large. But nevertheless, absolutely great to hear that they're going to be providing more and continued support and hopefully making sure to keep Ukraine on the up and up in the war against the Russian Federation. Speaking of being on the up and up, it appears that while Commander-in-Chief Valery Zaluzhny has been dismissed from the armed forces, it does seem that Zelenskyy has honored him by giving him the title of Hero of Ukraine. This was by presidential order just today, and according to what we heard from the Kyiv Post, the title Hero of Ukraine has been awarded to the former Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzhny, according to the decree of President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. This is something that I believe is a good thing to do. Absolutely wonderful. Valery Zaluzhny was an amazing commander of the Ukrainian armed forces, and he did a very good job conducting the defense of Kyiv and all of the major counteroffensives that Ukraine has been seen to successfully pull off. Going off of this, awarding someone like Zaluzhny the title of Hero of Ukraine is certainly a dignified thing to do, considering that they have resigned from their position of Chief of the Armed Forces. Hopefully we'll get to see that Alexander Sersky is also able to achieve the title Hero of Ukraine in his tenure as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. But regardless, we haven't really seen that exactly at this moment. But I'm pretty sure that as time goes by, we'll certainly start to see that the new commander-in-chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces does a really good job. And he does have some pretty big shoes to fill. We did watch the Ukrainians conduct a multiple of sabotage attacks within the Russian Federation over the past 48 hours, really around 36 hours ago at this point, and showing that the Ukrainians are starting to implement a broader strategy of anti-Russian warfare, even spanning into the Russian Federation itself in a heavy degree at this point, trying to strike them before they can even get close to the Ukrainian armed forces that are near the front lines. But nevertheless, that is all of the major news we have today. I thank all of y'all so much once again for watching. If y'all did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It makes us really happy when folks do. And not only that, make sure to support us on Patreon. It helps to try and make these video projects possible. But with that, I will see you all in the next one.